Green Grape Sessions. Please leave a like, comment, and share this video. This video is not targeted at children. We will return to normal scheduled programming in other videos. Green Grape Sessions news. Today we're here with Mr. Def,
Hi.
Mr. Extreme, the Crazy Bee Lady herself, and me. We're not
And
going to have.
I'm shoving my face full of pizza.
Yep, that's the perfect thing to do. In fact, we should start with that. We should start with the shoving your face full of pizza. That's a really good topic. I think we should all just start. We should just sit here for the next 20 minutes, shoving our faces full of pizza.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Well, I will take a bite, and then you guys go around the room.
Yep. All right. Cool. Yeah. All right. I'm going to start with during the week I played that West of Dead game. It's supposed to be coming out next year. The one that's voiced over by Ron Perlman. I like aspects of it that I didn't think I would. I kind of like the art style. It's currently in beta stage, but I think that they need to do some serious work on the controls because it's clunky as fuck, like really clunky. There's a cover system, right? It's a twin stick shooter, right? Top down, well, not quite top down, but sort of from an angle down, top down shooter, twin stick shooter. And the targeting is off. Like even when you get the notification that you're aiming at something, right, and you hit fire, a lot of the time you'll miss. So it's I don't like the fact you can't just reload. There's no actual straight up reload in the game. And the cover system, you'll be trying to walk past the cover and it'll just sort of grab you and pull you in and go, no, you're going to be in cover, or slow you down so you walk really slowly, which means you get hit by the enemies. So it's not ideal. It's got a lot of work to do, a lot that needs changing. But it's got promise, and as long as this is an actual beta and not just the demo level that they've given us to play, it might be okay. So that was my take on West of Dead. I think the atmosphere, the look of it looks okay. But I mean, if you guys want to look at it, you can see the video I put up on the clan page for it.
It needs to have more words in it than the same, as you said, repetition in it. Because otherwise, you just I'm more used to wanting him to just shut up, or you end up muting your TV or the volume just so you don't have to keep hearing the same things over and over.
Yeah, the audio they've got for Ron Perlman, they've got very limited range of things that he actually says in it. Def, you're breathing in the mic a little bit, dude.
Well, I mean, because Ron Perlman's vocabulary is limited to that of a worm, and they used his actual likeness to model all the other monkeys from Planet of the Apes after, so I mean, kind of a double-edged thing with Ron Perlman. Do you want the intelligence or you want the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, there's that Ron Perlman cat, that really does. I mean, it's terrifying. Like, I always thought that was a photoshopped picture of Ron Perlman to look like a cat, but no, the cat actually looks like Ron Perlman. Like, the guy's got a very distinctive face. Yeah, and I swear to God, like every time he said something in the game, I was expecting him to go, war never changes. Like at any moment, I was expecting him to come out with that. But anyway, Nishi's been playing Yonder, the Cloudcatcher Chronicles.
Lovely game, very cute, but extremely blinding to the point where the gamma that it's at, I had to put it down to what? Say if the gamma is at 5. Let's just it's near 2, and I still feel like I need to wear sunglasses just to play the game.
Shit.
But don't get me wrong. The game, if you want a cute game, and I've just got a mission now where I've got to learn how to put a trap down to get an animal to get pelt. Now, other than that, it's okay. But I've got this other issue where it says, it says there's this blue glow nearby, and you use that blue glow to, not Fortnite, sorry, to find a sprite. But I look everywhere, and I can't see it. It's either at the same. I think it's at the same level of brightness as the surroundings. So I feel that it needs to be darker so you can actually see what's going on, which is really annoying.
Just make it sparkly. I feel like Fable did. It's sparkly.
You mean like the new Batman? It's all sparkly. I'm withholding judgment on the new Batman until I've actually seen it, but I swear
I'm not going to go to the cinema to see it, though.
I'm not withholding judgment because I think DC is absolutely fucking the DC universe, and until they decide they either want to fire everybody that's involved and put some people in there with common sense, I just have no faith in DC anymore.
No.
Could we bring DC into this?
Yeah, we can bring DC into this.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
You bastards.
They've
Hello, Mr.
promised... Hello, Mr. Gell. They've promised so much, yet every time they bring out a new series, especially if it's R-rated, within one season it's gone.
Yeah,
You just have to look at Swamp Thing.
the thing I don't get is that they have all these TV series that are slated for being fucking woeful quality, like Green Arrow. I mean, let's face it, they got the stuntman to play the lead role, right? He's really good at the stunts, but he's not a fucking actor, right? And then you've got the likes of Constantine TV series, which was fantastic, really good in terms of from the comic to screen. It was bang on, nailed it. Swamp Thing, in terms of from the comic to screen, yeah, it was a different take, but it was pretty much comic to screen, nailed it. Really good, lots of blood, lots of violence, lots of gore. And DC are like, hey, these are getting really good critical reviews. Let's can these series so that people don't expect us to do this in the future. Like, we want more, and they've announced another Superman series. Like, do we really need another fucking Superman series?
I never liked Superman.
Like, really? Yeah. Anyway, yes, Mr. Jail raised a very important point over Facebook. He said that we have to address the Aegis Fang Zero UK account's current dating system. It doesn't. He's still looking for a man. It's still up there on the account. It's still, until Xbox delete that, which will be probably pretty soon. Aegis Fang Zero UK is still looking for a man. If there's anyone out there, who wants a hairy dwarf, he's right there. So.
I'm so glad we've gone completely off topic.
Completely off topic.
I'm surprised I wasn't thrown under a bus yet.
Yeah.
On that one, especially on that one.
Yeah.
What you
There's
should
no
have
one
done is
close
gone.
enough to you.
Yeah.
What you should have done when you said that you had you wanted to bring something up that Jailhouse had said, you should have gone news just
News
in.
just in. Yeah. Yeah. I need to get some jingles and stuff set up, which I'm going to have to do over the next coming week. I'm going to have to get some jingles set up so we can click like a button and have it play some stupid jingle in the background. And we also need something for
Just
the background.
record the farts coming off your chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some weird noises sometimes.
Yeah.
You mean I've got to stand near his buttocks with a microphone?
Sorry. So as I do it.
Yeah.
At least it's just a microphone.
Yeah, this is just a microphone. Yeah, at least you can stick it on the end of a long stick and just hold it near my ass.
Well, I thought what we could do is bring Jail over and he could record it.
No.
No.
So, talking about things that are horrendous and we don't want to do, has anyone seen the new Tesla truck? Tesla have released footage of their new truck. They did like a big reveal on stage where Elon Musk came out and was like, "Hey, yeah, check out our new truck." Right. You know, in The Simpsons, Mr. Jail, did you ever see the episode where Homer made a car?
No, I'm not a Simpson guy.
Right. Okay. Well, it's like a cross between the car that Homer Simpson made, which was a disaster, and
ruined his brother's business.
Yeah, completely crashed his brother's business, and a car from what was that? Blade Runner. It's like a cross between the Simpsons car, Blade Runner, and yes, Jeff from Top Gear. Actually, I think Jeff is actually better looking.
Yeah, when we say Top Gear, we mean when it had the 3 old gits
Yeah,
in it.
and the 3 old gits.
May,
Hammond, proper Top Gear, not
Clarkson.
Not current joke, not really Top Gear. Yeah, it's horrendous. I mean, it looks like a 3-year-old drew what they thought a truck should look like.
I'm sorry, but a 3-year-old could have done better.
It really is bad. Like, anyone who decides that that is exactly what they want needs to just have their wallet removed from them for their own safety.
I mean, you could cut yourself on the edges. The car is so far from ergonomic.
It's not aerodynamic.
Yeah.
I mean, they said, oh yeah, the windows are bulletproof. You can fire a 9mm bullet at the windows. And the guy picked up a ball and threw the ball at the window, and the window smashed. And you're like, right, I think a bullet's traveling at slightly higher speed than you can throw a ball at the window. This is not good, you know. It's, oh my God. And yet 150,000 people have already pre-ordered it.
I think they're pre-ordering it because it's Elon Musk and somehow he's the new in thing when he's a certifiable insert word here. You can insert any rude word or swear word. I won't, because otherwise we might be here for the next
manufacturer?
year.
I wouldn't know, because Donald Trump's, hotel business is successful.
And it doesn't look like Tesla's car.
I suppose technically Tesla's cars are successful. I mean, the Model S is a nice car. The Model X is a nice car.
Yeah, but it doesn't look anything like this piece of crap.
The crap they've got now, that truck, I swear to God, it's like they fired their design department and then realized they'd fired their design department and reached for the Lego bucket.
No, I tell you what it is. You know when they used to test cars, you'd see the program of the dummy in the car and it'd be have a seatbelt. Yeah. In this case, they were the designers and they hadn't put their seatbelts on and they went flying through the glass.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's horrendous. We're talking about cars. Jeremy Clarkson, famous climate change denier, has finally come out and recognised that there is a climate crisis during an Asia trip for their new series. He was with his Grand Tour co-stars filming a 500-mile boat race in Cambodia to Vietnam, and their jet boats went through this lake that was supposed to be this really deep, really sort of, big lake, and they literally couldn't go faster than 7 miles an hour because the boats
They had to be pulled along.
They had to be pulled along because their boats were scraping along the bed of the lake.
Shit.
And it's, I mean, he's not accepted that it's humankind that's done it. He's saying that there is climate change, that it's something that's terrible and that needs, is going to cost people a lot of money over the coming years. But at least it's a step in the right direction for him in terms of.
Just needs to go one more step
He just
forwards.
needs to actually start looking into the science of it. But anyway, talking about science and Simpsons. In other news, one of the other things that Simpsons has done over the years is predicted many things, from Donald Trump becoming president to mathematical theorems to Homer Simpson makes a statement to what's the guy in the wheelchair's name? Stephen Hawking. That's it. He said him and Stephen Hawking are in Moe's bar having a drink, and Homer says that he's got this theory that the universe isn't in fact shaped how we think the universe is shaped. He thinks it's shaped like a donut, right? And Stephen Hawking, jokingly sort of says, "Oh, that's a great idea. I'll maybe come up and think about that." Well, physicists are now saying that the universe is possibly shaped like a donut.
That actually looks like, the picture we're looking at, it looks like a sparkly donut.
Looks like a sparkly donut. Looks like a creme fraiche.
I think it'd be very tasty. Because it's got Milky Way in it.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, I'll go and get my Coke.
But
that was a good joke.
Thank you. At least someone appreciated it.
But yes, so it's getting very strange now with Simpsons predicting things. But
Matt Groening's from the future, so
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you look at the range of things that the Simpsons have predicted, it really is. Matt Groening's from the fucking future. That motherfucker's seen it all already. He's just coming back and
cashing in.
Yeah, cashing in.
What he did is that's why he created Futurama.
Mm-hmm.
Because he knew something was going to happen, but he had to do it in such a way that none of the masses knew what he was on about. They were just thinking he's bat guano crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I was going for the more polite option, but okay.
Clan news. Update about the hats. We should be getting the hats delivered this coming week, and we will.
They will all be washed and then.
Yeah, they'll all be washed, dried, and then sent off to everyone.
And it's only not any of them spat at all. It's only never.
No. I'm not going to store
yours.
Oh,
yours will be because it's coming here first.
Yeah, it's yours is going to jail, and
now
Chris is first, and then it's getting sent from there on because it's cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. That's
it's just the way
it's
it
going
is.
to. Otherwise, it'd be too expensive to send.
Yeah, we couldn't just
individually.
Yeah, we just can't afford to send all the individual hats to everyone in the US when it would be cheaper to send all the hats to Chris's place. And then have them sent from there to the different people, because post within America is much cheaper than post to America.
And we did talk to Real about when he gets the hats, he has full range of indecent liberties with yours before he sends it out.
Yeah.
You mean Real? Real's not even in on all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
This is
Well,
all
I mean,
me.
I think
Yeah, it's all jail.
I'm gonna wipe my ass with deaths.
Well, I was going to let Real take it out on his next.
Go fluff yourself.
Let Real take it out on his next date. That, the party is unnamed.
I did say fluff though. I said fluff.
May I interject with children? If you are listening to this stream,
fuck off. I mean,
I again, I was gonna,
Be polite, I know. Yeah, well, it's not for
Snakehead.
children. It's supposed to be,
You're all a bunch
PG
of
plus.
snakeheads.
It's PG
Look,
plus.
you guys didn't say a damn thing about being good. I was just there was a great thing, and I don't even know what that is that we were doing tonight, so I joined.
I know. I'm not involved in it. This is all Eli. This is all on Eli's head.
I started to say, if you want, I mean, I can, because I just woke up and my filter isn't working.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like it ever does.
Yeah, that's fine. As I say,
No, we
fine.
absolutely love it. We absolutely love you
Yeah,
guys
no,
being
it's
here.
grand.
And if you want
the
to
whole
swear,
point.
swear.
It's the whole point. I mean, it's this may just evolve into clan news rather than the Great
Actually,
Training Session
what
news.
we could do is we could do both. Clan news and news that say if any of you guys out there that are in the party and anyone that's listening, if there is, well done, if there is something that you want to discuss, then just let us know.
Send
and we'll do the
$9.99 and we'll take care of it.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll do the research behind it, and so we don't look completely bonkers.
No, but just make shit up. That's the best way to do it.
Well, I actually had an idea.
I mean, we would fit in with CNN and NBC and all this.
Fox,
in the world news.
Fuck it.
I mean, fuck, we can make up all kinds of shit.
Yeah. I was actually thinking earlier tonight.
We'll go mainstream with this.
Yeah, we may as well do a fake news half hour. I mean, why not? Everyone else is.
What you need to do is change the GGS news to Midgard GGS news, because that could be the name of our news channel.
Yeah, but I still like GGS news. It's nice and quick.
I do. I like it as well.
Sparkly.
We need sparkly grapes.
Sparkly grapes. But
Hello, taco grapes.
Well, on a positive note, I heard you were talking about global warming earlier, and not to revisit a subject, but I did see that scientists had announced that the tail end of the ice shelf was regaining ice quicker than the leading edge was losing ice. So possibly the ice shelves are going to start to rebuild themselves.
I do hope so, because the sea levels are rising so fast. For example, in India, Bangladesh, it's known for the horrendous flooding it has every monsoon. It's just crazy. I mean, there's this where my family's from in India. There's this bridge, and it's high up, but every monsoon it's flooded beyond.
Oh yeah, low-lying areas. I mean, what is it they reckon in 25 years' time? Bangladesh was at 90% of Bangladesh is going to be gone.
Yeah, so is Venice.
Okay,
Other
can we?
low-lying. Yeah.
Can we not have Bangladesh and all that shit be gone? Can we just wipe out like Southern California?
But I'm from there.
I mean, can we just wipe out
why.
all of
And go back, and then we'll hope it does wipe out.
Go fluff yourself.
It's just gonna make your mouth sore.
Yeah.
What we need to do is,
coffee.
the giant plug that's in the ocean in the deepest, darkest Mariana Trench. Just lift the plug a little.
Defton took that out and used it for personal pleasure.
The thing that a lot of the scientists who are on the climate change denier side, the ones that work for the oil companies, a lot of the things that those scientists seem to have forgotten is that technically we should be in an ice age right now. We've supposed to have been in an ice age for the last 100 years, according to the cycle of ice ages that happen.
Well, no, the age we're in right now is the plastic age. We're not going to have an ice.
No,
I know, but we're not. I don't.
No,
think
what
we're
I'm
actually gonna
saying
end up
is
having an
that
ice age.
the heating caused by whatever is causing the heating has offset.
That's called the sun.
Yeah, well.
It's called Eli's got the heating on.
Called Eli's got the fucking heating
Yeah,
on.
it's reversed. Yeah, we should have been in an ice age, but I think
Yeah, the sun is actually
Everything.
at a low point in its activity. So in terms of how much heat we're getting from the sun, it's actually at the lowest point it's been in a long time,
Yeah,
and
but
yet temperatures are still
you
going up.
can't just blame it on the oil field.
Oh, it's not just the oil field. I mean, it's because what is it? They reckon 40% of all the methane and carbon dioxide that are released is from the food industry,
Farming.
from farming. It's not just the oil industry. It's not just petrol. It's not just the fact that we've been gas guzzling. It's not just the burning of coal and stuff like that that's caused it. It's a whole wide range of things that humans have been doing. And it is that we've
And
been
cows farting all over the place.
cows farting all over the place. Like,
Well, for example, when we're talking about how
Well, then it was going
very
to happen no matter what.
talking about how humans have really affected the global warming, slight changing subject, but still within the subject, is how light pollution is decimating insect species because there's so many lights 24/7 all around the world. It's not good for the insects. We've lost nearly
70,000 insects in
yeah,
the last 10 years.
and we're losing them by a
And that's
great number
species.
every day.
Yeah, that's not 70,000 insects. That's 70,000 insect species that have been lost, that they can attribute to light pollution alone. And everyone thinks, it's insects. What do we care about insects? Except for the fact insects make up the backbone of insects, plants, and plankton make up the backbone of pretty much 99% of life on the planet.
Well, plankton also, with the phytoplankton, it's not only feeding the larger species like the whales, but there's light synthesizing plankton, which is also relevant to the world as we know it, to keep it going, because there is that
photosynthesis taking the carbon. Oh, I think I've been kicked from the party, or you're not coming through. Your controller's
It's
turned
not coming through.
Yeah,
I
your
can hear you.
controller's turned off. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we really should be doing differently as a species.
we could change out the farming, the cows and that, to insect. We could start eating insects.
Wow.
You've lost your mind, woman.
I would.
They've got more protein,
more protein
and they're
per
healthier.
kilogram.
I don't care. They don't taste as good as a hamburger.
I don't know. Depends on the insects. It's
so
also
that requires Eli to give up bacon to start eating fly legs.
Yeah. Well,
bacon doesn't come from cows, goober.
She said we could start eating insects instead of meat.
Well, chocolate already
No, she
has
didn't say
insects
meat.
in it.
She said cows.
Oh, I thought she said meat. I'm sorry.
Damn, listen to your ears.
Yeah, you guys are already eating a huge amount of insects if you eat chocolate. There's a
Drinking
lot.
juice has insects.
Yeah.
When you go to sleep at night, you're swallowing spiders.
No, that's just ages.
Yeah.
That's just ages.
Well, I hear that it's consensual with ages. I hear it's consensual.
Yeah. Everything is. Poor Brian. He's not even here to defend himself. Actually, even if he was here, he wouldn't be able to defend himself.
He couldn't defend himself anyway.
Yeah, he's an open goal in more ways than one.
You not mean open hole?
Open hole, yeah. He certainly likes digging holes. Have you ever seen him in 7 fucking days to die? Hey, Aegis, we've got a Horde Night coming. Yeah, I'll be there in a moment. What are you doing? Digging a hole? Aegis, it's literally, Horde Night is in 30 seconds. Yeah, I just have to finish. What are you doing? Digging this hole?
That was
okay,
when
I'm looting it.
fully admitted
It's okay,
to
I'm
being,
looting in the blue.
Yeah, I'm looting in the blue. Man of times.
You can't say much there, Mr. Emergency, because you have a tendency to sit there a while too.
I never said I was any good at the game, so my excuse is I just suck at it.
I didn't say you
that's
wasn't
my
good
excuse.
at it. I'm just saying when it comes to the blue, there's still times that, we had to say,
Blue's
hey, it's
coming.
the third wave.
Yeah,
It's gonna burn.
Yeah, you might want to get moving. You're gonna start losing chunks of your health if you don't
you're
get
nowhere
moving.
near as bad as Aegis.
No.
That's. I will clarify that. Aegis is the world's worst. He'll sit in the blue until wave 4 and go, "Why am I dying?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my defense, I do say right off the bat, okay, I'm looking for a vehicle, and we got a long way to run, and then all of a sudden everybody starts moving with 20 seconds before the blue shows up, and I'm like, I said something about it 4 minutes ago, and nobody looked.
Mm-hmm.
So
no,
in my defense,
that's
I
not
do
what I'm
start
talking
going
about.
back.
I'm not talking about running. I mean, we always take off 20, 30 seconds before the blue. I'm talking about sitting in the blue because Aegis will sit there 4 squares away. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still picking up, this
Mm-hmm.
quick draw mag that nobody needs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's just being thoughtful.
Mm-hmm. No, that would involve thinking. I love Aegis. I consider him to be my brother. There was a reason that I had him as my best man, but the dude has about as much situational awareness.
As I do?
No, actually, I think you actually have slightly more situational awareness than him.
You probably
That's
did.
scary.
We were playing, was it last night?
Mm-hmm.
I'm shot laying at his feet,
Mm-hmm.
waiting for a revive. Like, do you think you want to revive me? Oh, I didn't know you were down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was hard scoped in. It still shows you on the side of your screen when your teammate's down. Even when you've got the scope up, it still shows your teammates down. Oh, God love him. But yes. Oh,
Yeah, I think I finally broke him from the whole, I see him.
Right.
They're right there thing. He actually gives a direction now.
Mm. Well, yeah, he does give a direction now, but sometimes it'll be over by the tree. He still says they're over by the tree, and you're like,
yeah, but he'll say it, and then I don't know if you noticed, like last night, he'll be like, all right, I see him, and then he'll go, oh, they're at 2:30 or whatever.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's still. I think that the best improvement in terms of Aegis and PUBG is that he doesn't see a box and instantly go for it.
Right.
I think that's the biggest improvement he's got so far in PUBG is that he doesn't go, oh, there's a box coming in like 300 kilometers west of us. I'm gonna go for it. Like I could never understand that, where it's like, dude, like there's gonna be 4 or 5 teams heading for that box, and you're gonna go over there on your own. Good luck. We'll just be playing this game on our own then. Like, I swear there's been.
We did at one point say as a group though, okay, so we've changed the way that we're playing. We're now going to start running towards gunfire.
Well, we do,
So,
yeah. Well, there were days when we run towards it.
Maybe he's stuck in that 5-month thing of 5 months ago of, hey, we're going to start running towards gunfire. If we know there's people there, we're going to start going. And maybe he just developed a habit.
Yeah,
no, he's a loot whore.
Yeah. Yeah, he really is. He admits it.
Trying to be.
Yeah, he even admits to it that he's a loot whore. He sees loot, he has to go for it. He can't help it. It's the dwarf in him.
Shoot it.
Actually, to defend Aegis, I'm a loot whore as well. It could be that I'm also a dwarf. Actually, no, I'm small.
Yes, but you don't play this game, so I mean,
yeah, okay.
once you get a couple guns and you got level 2 stuff, if you come across level 3, fine. I mean, if you come across, But there's no need to be like, I'm gonna put everybody in jeopardy just
Right.
because
Yeah. Yeah, I see your point. Yeah. There's a time and a place to be one.
He is getting better. I mean, there were times yesterday when boxes were coming in and he didn't go for them. Which was nice. It's, as I say, that's probably the biggest improvement I've seen.
There was actually one game yesterday. I was listening to you when you were playing, and you'd said, Aegis, there's the blue line coming, and Aegis had said straight away, I'm already running.
Well, no, he was actually in the blue at that point, taking blue damage.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he was still looting.
Yeah, I had to go get a big. I had to go get a
running
big and go
backwards.
get him.
Yeah, he was running.
Yeah,
backwards.
that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was running into the blue, further into the blue, to do some more looting at some other buildings.
I stand corrected. I am sorry.
It's fine. Yeah. In other clan news, we have ordered some items from the Streamlabs clan shop.
What we're doing
We're
is
testing
actually,
it to see if it's any good. There was a couple of. We've ordered 2 mugs and a pair of socks for Niddy.
They're my guardians of the feetsies.
Yeah, the guardians of the feetsies stuff.
What we thought is we wanted to see if they're any good, and if they are any good, then we can put the link up in the clan page, because we don't want it to be that
people order stuff and it's crap.
And
like, we've had so many bad experiences with getting personalized stuff online. We want to make sure that this is one of the good ones and not one of the crap ones.
Well, there was that one site, Shirt City, where Eli got a beer tankard and he dropped it on the floor. Didn't break the cup, he dented the floor.
I've still got it, in fact. It's sat next to me. I'm drinking juice out of it at the moment.
How many years have we had it now?
2007, 2008.
Yeah, the logo on it disappeared about a year or so.
No,
after,
it's been gone for a long time.
Is it?
Yeah, it's been gone for a long time.
But the quality of the cup is still great.
It's a heavy mug. It's a chunky, heavy mug. But yeah, the mugs that we're getting from the website are 15-ounce mugs. So I have no idea how big that is because we don't do US measurements. We talk in.
I will find out.
Well, a can of beer is 12 ounces. So.
Right. Okay. Okay. So a can of beer is about a liter, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully they're good. Hopefully they come through and they're decent. There's a couple of things up there. I just threw some stuff up there just to throw the logo on some stuff and see how it turns out. There's nothing.
You said it was 15, didn't
15 ounces.
That's 0.42 litres.
Okay, so it's slightly smaller than my beer tankard. Okay.
But perfect for me.
Yeah. So that'll do. I mean, the only thing we haven't really covered, there's the new console update for Warframe with the Kuva leashes. Haven't come across them yet. As I say, we've done a load of high-level missions and still haven't come across them. But
didn't Def say that he came across the
Def
maggots?
came across one. Yeah, that's good.
Def ain't came across anything besides a sock or a paper towel.
Dirty.
Wow.
Ha ha. Very dirty.
So other than the new update that's coming soon is leading into the Railjack and that stuff.
Oh God, I'm looking forward to that ship-to-ship battle.
Yeah, ship-to-ship battle should be a lot of fun. It's going to take a shit ton of resources though.
Bee Simulator.
Bee Simulator. Niddy downloaded and has Bee Simulator now. It's a lot of fun.
And I have a Viking bee. And I can I can go to different flowers and harvest them. I have bee sensors. Oh yeah, and there is just so much to discover. But my pet hatred in that game is the racing. Oh my God.
Yeah, she hates the racing.
Pisses me off.
Racing.
It's to be honest, Nidhi handed me the controller while she was doing one of the races, and I'm like, sure, this will be fairly easy. It's not. It's really not.
Took you over
It
an
took
hour.
us over an hour to beat the race, because what you've got to do is catch the bee in front, but the game just throws everything at you to slow you down and stop you catching the bee in front, which is really annoying. It's really weird. It's I don't know. I think that's a little too scaled one way or the other for racing. I mean, you just keep going until you actually catch the bee in front.
The graphics are quite good. I mean, you can tell that this is aimed towards, I don't know, a younger audience, but in mind for an older audience. It's perfect for any age. It's very clear. It's a lot clearer than Yonder.
Yonder's a little bit too oversaturated.
Yeah. Whereas this one, you've got your perfect amount of light and dark in the game. I like the banter between the different bees. It also gives you information about bees and how,
other species as well.
Yeah, and how pollution is affecting the environment and the bees in general.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I'd say 9 out of 10 for the game. I'm only saying 9 because of the racing.
No.
On a side note, there is a division of EA that is down here about 10 miles away from where I'm at. If anybody would like me to stop and pay a visit, I accept bail money in the form of PayPal or prepaid credit cards. Just, give me a heads up before I go.
Yeah, and you preferably want a plane ticket out of the country, ready to go.
Well, depending. You know.
You also want to visit their bank as well. What you should do is visit the bank before you go and politely have words with the said company.
You know, their bank's going to get robbed in the next week. The building's going to blow up, and everybody's going to come after Extreme.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
Because we just planted the seed in some dumbass's head right there, and they're like, "Hey,
I could pass this off as somebody else did this." Yeah.
But he never went though. He was right here talking to us.
Yeah, that's been my alibi for years. I mean, that's been.
What, when you try and run off to give cream to the cats?
That's exactly what I was talking about. It totally wasn't.
Oh, talking about cats. Eli's parents now have got 19 cats.
Snap.
Yeah, they have 19 cats. I mean, anyway. I think we pretty much covered everything. I mean, there was the. It'd be nice to talk about news bias as a kind of outro, because we've been. I know it's awful in the US, but it's been getting really bad here in the UK as well. I mean,
it's election time.
You kind of expect in the US, you expect Fox to take Republican standpoint and CNN to take Democrat standpoint. But it's just getting worse and worse to the point where you just can't watch. Even in the UK, you just can't watch the news. You've got the BBC, who are supposed to be non-partisan. Right? They're not supposed to take the side of anybody. They're supposed to be unbiased. And yet you've got the BBC News coming out strongly in support of the Tory party. And it doesn't matter what the Labour Party says or does. The BBC... Is someone shaving their testicles?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
That's
cool.
the dryer.
Oh, okay.
Dryer saying, "Hey, clothes are done."
Oh, I swear to God, that sounded like a shaver.
Same here.
I was like, it did. Really?
Same here.
Okay, someone's shaving their testicles. Okay, well, I suppose, I mean, if you've got to shave them, you've got to shave them. shit. But yeah, the BBC's just.
Might as well do it for the 7 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Just to archive everything that was ever.
Mm-hmm.
He sounded like fucking the Peanuts right there.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess until next week, I'll repeat the offer if anyone has anything they would like to say or have any news that they want to read out or any topics they want covered for next week. Stock them up, send them to me in a message.
Or by pigeon.
There is the giveaway still ongoing on the previous GGS news. So if anyone wants one of those, feel free to drop a comment and a like on the video, followed by Green Grape Sessions.
You, Extreme.
Thank you, Extreme.
Def and Jail and
Yeah.
Eli.
Yeah, and the Crazy Bee Lady herself. Thank you for tuning in. We will pick this up again next Sunday. And hopefully it was a slow news week, actually. I mean, other than election news in the UK, which is always crap, and a bunch of news in the US that I'm just getting sick of seeing on the news. Like, it's
Popeye chicken?
Yeah, it's all to do with Popeye chicken. And, who cares about Popeye chicken? It's just nothing to do with us. They don't even have a store over here. Fuckers. God damn. But again, we've managed to avoid...
Do you know what we didn't do? The news on grapes.
News on grapes. They're green or red or black. Okay, cool. News on grapes is covered. Cool. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you all next time. Peace.
Yay!